Today we got the Silver Surfer will die reaction.
What's up, my comic comrades? Today we break down the first issue of The Death of Silver Surfer. That's right, one of my favorite writers, Greg Pak, who's responsible for the Planet Hulk, World War Hulk, and the Amazing Darth Vader series, and more, is back with an all-new Marvel series, and this time it seems like the Silver Surfer is going to go 6 feet under. But enough teasing, let's just talk about the issue and see why the Silver Surfer is going to die. The issue starts off with a man named Jose Santos, bloody and laying in a field as captions from the Surfer say, "As lovely a place to die as you could want." But Jose Kruger Santos isn't ready. He can't escape it though. None of us can. But still, I hear him, so I'm here. As we see Jose say, "Help me. God help me. I don't wanna die." Silver Surfer then comes into Jose and says, "Who did that?" referring to who did all this damage to him. Jose tells him he was gonna kill me. I had to. Surfer replies, "I know. My hands are just as dirty. I pledged to serve Galactus. I took him to hundreds of planets and watched him consume the life force of billions. And even when I was free, I still bore witness. Relentless life. Unstoppable death. Every instant an infinite number of times. So many voices, just like yours, howling for mercy. But even with the power cosmic, how can I stop this eternal cycle that embodies the power cosmic?" As we see flashbacks of Surfer scouting for worlds for Galactus to devour. Surfer then continues to say, "And yet," but Jose interrupts saying, "Please, I have a family, my boy." Surfer replies, "Yes, I see him. New sons aborning. How can we let go of this? Nothing can stop this eternal cycle. But right here, right now, I am with you." As we see Surfer save a world from destruction while simultaneously saving Jose with the power cosmic as the world he saves rejoices. Jose then sits up saying, "You." Surfer replies, "Yes, and you too, Jose Kruger Santos. The next time you have a chance, you have to do what you can." On the next page, we see that Jose was a victim of the Third Santo-Marcan Civil War as the Silver Surfer intervenes in the war, destroying both sides' weapons. We're then brought to a daughter and her mom as the mother says, "Okay, Kelly, 4 letters meaning charisma, starting with R." Her daughter says, "Ma." No. The mother says, "It's Riz. Did you know that?" Her daughter says, "Don't say Riz, Ma." The mother and daughter continue to have a funny exchange as Kelly, the daughter, ultimately says, "I'm gonna be late." Her mother tells her, "You're never late. You've never been late for anything. You were even born a week early." Kelly responds, "I know," as her mom helps her put on her armor. The mother then says, "But you could be late." Kelly then tells her, "Then people would die." Once her armor is on, she steps outside of the house and flies off as her mom says, "Be good," with Kelly saying, "Not good, Ma, the best." When Kelly flies off, we see the house is actually on the Bureau of Alien Neutralization satellite headquarters in space. Someone on Kelly's communication says, "Good morning, Major Co." She replies, "Right back at you, Beeper. What's on tap?"
Who is this
he
supposed
responds,
to be, bro?
"Stage 3 pop and drop. Want to wait for backup?" She replies, "Hell no," as the robot, or Beeper, says, "Didn't think so, so I didn't call any. Have fun." As she heads to Iowa to fight a gigantic praying mantis looking alien. The gigantic alien then starts shooting fire at a mom and daughter, with the daughter trying to get the mom out of their pickup truck. As we see the alien set its sights on them, but Kelly arrives just in time, knocking it on its butt with a weapon from her armor. She then tells the mother and daughter, "Don't worry, I got you." However, the mantis gets back up and starts blowing fire at Kelly like a dragon, but when the flames clear, Kelly jumps up towards the alien mantis, slicing its head off, with the woman she just saved saying, "Oh my God, thank you." Kelly replies, "Absolutely, my pleasure, ma'am." Beeper, this is Co. We're done here. You could send the brief and clean up. He replies, "Yeah, I saw. Mission parameters didn't require killing it." Kelly replies, "Well, you know me, under promise and over deliver." Meanwhile, we see Mr. Fantastic and the Human Torch check the wreckage of the Santos-Marcan Civil War. Johnny says, "What the heck was the Surfer doing here, Reed?" Reed answers, "At first blush, I'd say the right thing." Johnny says the right thing, he destroyed the armed forces of United States ally. Reed answers, "Yes, to end a war that everyone said they wanted to end. And he did it without killing anyone as far as I could tell. He just dismantled every offensive weapon on the battlefield." Johnny then says, "If that's the right thing, why didn't we do it?" As they fly off, Reed says, "Because if we did anything, it could have been interpreted as an American intervention. An interest both domestic and foreign would have exploited that impression for their own purposes. In fact, we better make ourselves scarce before our presence after the fact gives them ammo." Johnny says, "Okay, big win all around then. Why the sad face?" As Reed says, "I'm afraid one person might suffer some consequences." We are then taken to Kelly, who's reporting to the Eagle Starstream Platform 33, as Director Harmon says, "I assume you know the Silver Surfer." She tells him, "I mean, not personally, Director Harmon, but of course, he's one of the most powerful entities ever to visit the planet. Harmon tells her it's one of the most powerful entities, etc., etc. It's an alien. Let's not humanize it. She responds, right. He then laughs, saying, okay, the great Kelly Ko, top of your SHIELD class, most decorated sword agent of the decade, and now undeniably the greatest band operative in the agency's history. But you also graduated with a history degree from the Empire State University. She responds, with a minor in economics. He then says, exactly, money. You're a grown-ass person who knows how things work, so I don't have to play around here, do I? She replies, no, sir. He says, look, Eagle Star's a modern multinational, so we gotta grow. And not just grow, exponential growth all the time, which means we basically need something from nothing. Generally, that's impossible, right? Defies the laws of physics. So we run a lot of scams. That gets boring, and if you keep it up too long, folks eventually get a little too about it. But we live in an age of marvels, as he brings up Earth's mightiest heroes on a monitor, while continuing to say, the laws of physics get defied every damn day out there by some freak. We just gotta figure out which freak to exploit, so we focused. Unfortunately, superheroes are too tied up with the government, not ready to poke that particular bear just yet, so they get a bye for now. Mutants are out, kids love them. Supernatural weirdos are a little too weird, things better left untouched, etc., etc. But aliens are the sweet spot, tremendous untapped power from a population almost no one cares about. So that's why I bought Ban, and that's why I'm sending you after the very biggest alien around. You good with that, Major Ko? As we see on the next page, Silver Surfer hovering over the ocean, as that's her target. Kelly then comes blasting by Silver Surfer hovering above the water, saying, my name is Sandy Ko. I work for Ban, but it's just been taken over by a maniac from Eagle Star, and he's coming for you. He replies, that's interesting, and it mostly looks like you were coming for me, Kelly Ko. She then flies up and gets blasted out of the air with some sort of energy blast, landing on the ocean shore, saying, help. Surfer then goes over to her, saying, it's all right, I'm with you. At which point she smirks, pulls out her gun, and says, they said you were a sucker, as she shoots him in the chest. It wounds him, causing him to fall over on the beach while he asks, why?
That's crazy.
Why would you do this? She stands up over him while pointing her gun down at him, saying, it's my job, and I'm good at it. He then says, no, there's something more. She says, what, like I was bitten by an alien when I was 3? No, I just like hitting my marks. He then says, your weapon can't kill me, but I'm sorry, I'm losing control. You need to run. As the power cosmic starts spewing out of his chest, she says, come on, you can't bluff a bluffer. But after that, an explosion happens, sending her flying back while he goes over to her saying, it's all right, I'm with you. But she just blacks out. She then wakes up sometime later in her house where she sees her mom talking to the Silver Surfer saying, what the hell? Her mom tells her, oh, Kelly, calm down. She says, you calm down. Her mom says, I am calm. Kelly tells her, mom, it's an alien. Her mom tells her, don't be ridiculous. His name is Norrin Radd, and he apparently saved your life. She says, mom, you can't. He can't. Silver Surfer then tells her, Kelly Ko, I'm glad you're well, and I'm sorry for troubling you, as he leaves their house on the space station that they're on. Kelly then asks Beeper, how the hell did he get in here? Beeper responds, how did he get in here? We don't have any records of any intruders. She then gets a call from Director Harmon, and when she picks up, he says, Major Ko, a little bit of a surprising end to your adventure. She says, that would be a yes. He tells her, don't worry, we're very pleased. Everything went just as planned. She asks, what are you talking about? He got away. He says, yes, that part, but we've got a plan for that. We're sending you a new target, Scar, son of the Hulk.
But
the second most powerful and dangerous alien currently defecating our planet. She says, wait, no, I'm going after the Surfer. He tells her, we're obviously not strong enough for that yet, Sandy. So all in good time. For now, you're collecting the bait. We'll take care of the rest. As we see Director Harmon headed towards Galactus, who seems to be encased in some sort of rock or substance, with it saying, next, the blood of Galactus. There you have it, friends, the death of Silver Surfer issue 1. I think this was a great start to the series, and it tells us that it's going to be about Kelly and Ban trying to kill the Silver Surfer. But what the hell is Galactus's role in all of this, and what's going on with him? Well, I'm very curious to find out, so of course I'm going to keep reading. In any case, what did you guys think of this issue? Let us know your thoughts down in the...
That's going to be it for this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.